Alright, angler here. A lot of you have asked, so I'm going to do the walkthrough of my new Lynx kayak now and show you how I set it up for ocean fishing. Actually not much I had to do with it, so here we go. Here's just a quick walk around with the old Lynx. Pretty wide and stable, you can stand in it if you want to. Not that I do that pretty much at all. Yeah, it's about 4 meters long. It's a bit longer than my Sport and it's wider than my Sport as well. I've got these kick up turbos. What I've done, just like with the Sport, is I've put this PVC pipe in for my camera mount. The only things I've really done to this kayak, which is not much at all, is put these eyelets, 6mm eyelets from Bunnings, in these pre-drilled holes, which are for the H rails, I think. So I've put 4 in, 2 in the front, 2 in the back. I pretty much don't use them except for here clicking in my live bait well, so it's tethered. I guess if I was to use a drone, which I may, I'd use one of those, or if I wanted to clip it onto a tree or something, I'd do that. The other things I've added is these 2 rod holders in the tracks. Now, if you're gonna fish for kingies or any decent fish, you get the reinforced strong track mounts, which have these 2 bolts on there instead of the 1. Just so that you don't the kingies don't rip it out of the holder. Now, I was a bit sus about these because they're only plastic tracks. I thought, may not stand up to the kingies, but so far so good. You can see there is some play in there just from the track and the holder, but so far so good, no problems at all. The other thing that the Lynx doesn't come with is any storage at all. So there's no rod holders and there's no in-hull, because it's a solid foam construction, no in-hull storage. So I've just got my old crate, which is clipped into the bungee cords here. Acts as my rod holders for the ones not actually being fished. So that was pretty easy to do. My net I just keep just at my feet, and I have a tray underneath the seat, just to keep my tackle box and scissors and the things I don't want access to easy. As you can see, not much done to this kayak at all. Same as in the Sport, I've just got my sounder in a cup holder. You can see my sounder there is just bolted onto the Tupperware jar. Easy peasy. The battery is in the back of the seat, this raised vantage seat, and the transducer. So instead of my hang over the side external transducer, I use, can you see it? Okay. Here's this out, there you go. You can see there's the through hole inside the whole Hobie transducer area. It's like a little hollow area underneath. It's got a screw-on plate on the top, and then I didn't have the adapters to fit the Garmin sounder, so I just used some self-adhesive tape to bind it on. It seems to work fine. Same scupper hole mount for the old tracks trolley. That's pretty much it. Steering pretty, very happy with it so far. Stable, fair bit faster than the Sport. Light, easy to handle. I can lift it over my head. Having two handles means I'm not sure if it's actually lighter than the Sport, but it's definitely easier to handle, even though it's longer and wider, because I can just grab those handles and lift it over my head. Too easy. What's left? I think that's pretty much it. My only two gripes so far is, or a few, maybe three, is it does seem to, as people say, other people have said, it does seem to scuff up quite easily, especially under the hull. If I can get under there, you can see it. You can't really see any, but just trust me, there are. So I put some of this keel guard tape. Not sure if it makes much of a difference yet. In two minds about the keel guard. It seems to come off in places, especially if you're storing it on the side. You have to be careful with the roof rack ties. They seem to pull on them as well, but it seems to pull it off. If you're not doing catch and release or squidding, this mat seems to pick up a lot of dirt and it's hard to keep clean. And mine's getting pretty grotty now, even though I scrub it down after every trip. And probably the few last things, the rudder can be a bit finicky to get up. Getting it down is no problem, but getting it up, like today, took a few goes. Sometimes it goes in easy, you have to figure out. I loosened up the bungee on it, seemed to help. But it didn't work for me too well today. And lastly, I'm not sure about these, whether I need to put a new washer in there. The left side keeps coming apart, seems to be better today. I sort of took it apart and then retightened it, but it still sort of came loose. So I don't know if people got to fix that. Alright, so that's the kayak. I hope you enjoyed it. If you've got any other questions, post them in the comments below and I'll get to them. Hope you enjoyed the vid. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Pangler out.